Yeah, it's been quite a long 13-hour day. You know, I'll be honest, it was pretty devastating to have to contemplate that. It's just gone 10 o'clock. I'm in the office at the pub in Tetbury, so I had my sort of part-time job at Space Hoppers this morning, and yeah, it's been quite a long 13-hour day, so I'm going to pack up and head home now, probably crash out when I get back, and got the part-time work again tomorrow morning, and then got the rest of the day to work on my own stuff, so probably design cuts things and kind of getting a few projects organised. I've got a kind of a full weekend with family visiting and other obligations, so I need to try and sort of pack in as much as I can whilst I can, so it'll be good to get clear on what I need to do. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and get to sleep. You'll probably recognise this as a fairly familiar scene around midnight on a Tuesday, Wednesday, when I'm editing the vlog ready to send tomorrow morning, because I have my part-time job tomorrow morning, so I can't do any further work then. There's not been so much design and board work in this one because it's been a fairly quiet couple of weeks, and I've also taken some time out to host my family who have been visiting and staying with me. But I did get to go to an event that I did a poster design for, so that's good fun and a nice little job perk. Because it's been quiet, I've been feeling rather demotivated recently, and because I've been feeling demotivated, I've not been proactive in creating and generating work, which in turn leads to a vicious cycle, because then I'm not generating work, so I don't have work, and that's why I'm demotivated. That's also another reason why I've been quiet on social media and online generally, because I don't know about you, but when I feel like this, the thought of doing things like social media has become unbearable, because I want to hide and retreat and not have to present myself to the world. And to try and get out of that, I'm going to do something a little bit out of my comfort zone and share stuff that's a little more personal, particularly as it was something that was brought up whilst my family were here, as we were having some quite serious conversations, as families sometimes do, about things like finances and what myself and my sister intend to do with our futures and how we see our lives going. And I'm not gonna lie, although like a lot of these videos it seems like I'm busy and I do have work ticking along, my financial situation is quite precarious in the situation I'm in at the minute, where I'm self-employed, I completely support myself. It's hard, basically. It's kind of, I need to be earning considerably more if this is going to be sustainable for me in the long term. And it's not something I particularly like to share because it's embarrassing. I feel ashamed, and it feels like I'm failing, which is not something I don't think is something anyone particularly wants to broadcast. And I generally like to keep these videos positive and encouraging. So, you know, these are subjects that I sort of tend to gloss over, but it's vitally important to talk about. It did reach a point in the conversation where I may have to give this up to take on a different salaried career path came up, and that was really upsetting because this is something that I've been so determined to make work. I know I have always wanted to follow a career in art and design, and I kind of want to do it myself. You know, I'll be honest, it was pretty devastating to have to contemplate that. Having since had the opportunity to let some time pass and get over the sort of peak emotions of the moment, it has given me a real shake-up. I was feeling upset because I felt like I had no work on at the minute, but when I sort of sat down, got my head clear about current projects, upcoming projects and things that I could be doing, there's actually loads of income generating stuff that I can be getting on with. It's just that I didn't see it because I was so lost in this fog of feeling demotivated and not feeling good enough. That's what happens when you kind of feel sort of depressed and demotivated. You can't see through this fog to focus on the things that you can do and things that are positive and ways you can be proactive. Essentially, there's nothing quite like being scared shitless sometimes to get you moving again. And I'm looking forward to you seeing the results of that in the next video. Onwards! I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I'd love to hear from you, so please do share your questions and thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this week's video, please do give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to Design Cuts YouTube channel for more fantastic content.